Mommy married Daddy when she was only 15, and her grandma died in childbirth when she was 44. So my grandma, Ma Polly, she asked Daddy would he take care of the children because my grandpa, he worked in the lumber, but he was an alcoholic. Daddy worked in mines.
My dad got up at, I'd say 5 in the morning and had to, in the wintertime, he took care of 4 fires before he went to work and build a fire in the cook stove. Then Mom would get up and cook breakfast for all us kids to go to school. And he was always going to work by the time we got up, you know. He'd work 8-10 hours a day in the mines. Well, by the time I was a teenager, he was an independent coal miner running a coal mine by himself. Have to go to the woods and cut their cross ties and their timbers, and was him and his mule.
Building fire before daylight. The kids are warm, everything's all right. Harness the mule and check the line. Pull another long day in the mine.
Mom would always try to plan something fun for us to do. We've had water fights, and she did get right on, and then ended up telling on us. But she just wanted everybody to have fun. Mom said when she married, it was just like she was a child too, so she said her and Aunt Rosie and Aunt Goldie become, best friends.
There was tough times for them. Coal companies back in then was up and down, and when they would strike, it wasn't like today. You could go downtown and claim for something.
You can get out with a couple of loads a week, so they had to raise a garden.
This right here used to be a cornfield, and the other part was a garden that Dad and Mom them raised.
All of this was Aunt Goldie and Pop's garden.
Yep.
Down there below the house was a garden.
They cared for other people who looked out for one another. They were raised hard, and, it was hard work. They had to help one another.
Everything was about love. And an example would be maybe one brother, broken arm, couldn't work for a while. The other brother would step in and work his shift, make sure his family had what they needed.
To me, my dad was a special man. He had a heart of gold. He told me many times, like if one of the brothers couldn't work or something, he would take groceries to feed them. Because he said he always took care of his family. If there was a need, he would do his best to feed both of them.
That was special to everybody. Everybody loved him. He had special talents that I don't know anybody else has.
It could be in the winter time that a water line would be 2 or 3 houses up, that Pappy would go and dig by hand and some way, somehow get the water back to the people.
They were just such good folks, and so wise in their own ways. All those elders had a different kind of influence on you, but you just loved them all. That Goldie was special.
And Leonie.
Yeah, Leonie, and I'm sure they all were.
All of them were special women, mothers to all of us,
They were all committed to each other, all of them.
They were so close together.
They were all like sisters.
I stayed a lot with Aunt Goldie. She was like a second mom to me. Aunt Goldie told me one time, when your mommy died, it hurt me more than losing my husband. She said she was just like a sister to me.
Aunt Goldie and Nat and Juanita was like the mom and dads of the holler. There was never nobody hungry in the holler because of Aunt Goldie. I'd go to Aunt Goldie's or Nanny or Pap's just to eat. I had a bad childhood growing up, so Nanny and Pap raised me all the time.
A lot of them lived in Kona, where the coaling, and they had the mining camps, and they had the trains that run out there with the coal moving, and they all lived in that area.
We had the first one at Aunt Goldie's house, just a few people, and then from then it just started growing. As it grew, we moved to Mom's front yard.
Mom and Juanita probably were the two that decided that we needed to do this and made the effort to get it started.
It started when the folks started migrating north to find jobs in the 40s, and they always came back for the holidays.
We'd always would have Christmas, and this whole holler from the beginning to the end knew who Santa Claus was. I'll never forget the fondest memory I had. I had a Honda 50 bike that I wanted for Christmas one year, and I knew my mom and dad couldn't afford it, but Santa Claus rode up. They rode the bike in, and I'm thinking it's like my cousins, or they was a lot been better than me, or they've been better kids than me. But when they called my name, that it was my bike. The joy and the love that I felt, what it was my Aunt Gina that passed away.
She would play Santa every year. She would go to any home that would call and ask for her. Me and Janice would go with her, and we'd have to hide her in the bedroom and sneak her out, and then sneak her back in because she didn't want anybody to see her. One time, the dog got after her. Me and Janice both left her.
They would go all the way up and down the holler to make sure some kid had some sort of something. There wasn't no kids that didn't get anything for Christmas up in this holler. To me, that's how the reunion started. Then it just went into July.
We cooked all day long. Mom cooked breakfast. We fixed turkey and dressing. We fixed dumplings. We did coleslaw. Herbie used to make peanut butter cookies for everybody. We was all excited when everybody would come, like Aunt Leonie and everybody get together.
Leona was, she always had her family down here. They were just a big loving lunch. And everybody looked forward to seeing each other.
And that's where it's really all started, all of them coming back here. And they were coming anyway. You might as well have a party. Yes.
One year, there was 48 that stayed 3 days at my mom's house.
Mom and Dad were just so happy to do it. Goldie were, even though about half killed them to do it.
Of course, Aunt Goldie and them started with a Polly name, but wasn't just for Polly show. It was for everybody. We've lost so many, we're gradually, not many of us left.
They're definitely all missed, That's just part of life. It's passing, but there's not much you can do about it except keep on setting a good example like they set for you,
Yeah, and he's a lot like Daddy, too. When a family's in need, me and Nate gets together and we support them the best we can.
When my mom passed, before she did, we were talking about the reunion. I said, why don't you organize the reunion and get some funds coming in so you won't have to work so hard? And she said, yeah, why don't you do that?
Oh, kids are growing older. Some have moved far from home. And Mama's worrying, but she hides it in a song.
She wanted it to go on because family was always real important to my mom. Me and Nate took over, in other words.
The whole reason for it was his mama said, Juanita said, I just can't do it anymore. Would you take over it?
I didn't really have any goals, we just tried to make sure we ate well and tried to have some music, and games for the kids. When we started doing that, we started having an option, sold fireworks for some times. We had to have some way of raising money because these things are quite expensive to put on, actually.
When Nay retired from the railroad, he bought a lot of the restaurant equipment. That's when they screened in the porch, so that helped us a lot.
The Bates family was a big influence, but of course always the Detroit crew, from your grandpa and
that whole generation.
And
it, I think it went well.
I think I see a lot of my Nanny and Aunt Goldie and Aunt Willie. To me, if I had an award to give, everybody would say Uncle Nate. And I love all my aunts and uncles. I would give it to Aunt Willie because what she does behind the scenes is priceless.
Scary, worried about where the money was going to come from, worried about how much I was going to get to do or not get to do, and just worried, because I'm a worrier.
We've been doing it about 30 years, I guess, and it's a little overbearing at times, but the good times outweigh the bad. It's a chance to get together and celebrate. It's not somebody's funeral, and the kids never forget, so then they come back.
And if you're good to a little child, it never forgets it.
I looked at those kids today, and they're going to want to come back.
And that's what this is about. We want to be good to the children. We want them to have fun. We want this to be a happy place.
I looked out there in the yard a little while ago, and I said, I'd like to see which one of these are going to be here 20 years from now, carrying it on.
It's all about the kids, really. There ain't no fun when there ain't no kids.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Then we got a whole new crew coming in with Danielle and Jason, and she got a big family, so I'm thinking and hoping it'll just keep on going.
My first time here dates back like 13 years ago. Walk into the kitchen and everybody's cooking and taking initiative, and I have that and jumped in where I could, and it was just history after that.
That's one of the reasons we sold the house with Jason, because we felt like that was an opportunity to keep it going, and John gets his house. When that connection, maybe they can keep things going, you know.
I want the house to be an access point for everybody. I want everybody to be able to come here a random weekend and feel like it's home and feel like they know that we want them to be here and enjoy it. And that's why we bought it, is so that we can make it available to everybody. It's important to Jason and I both. All of his best memories are here. And maybe this isn't how everybody feels, but it comes down to the kids connecting with the older generation. The stories that they told and the way that they used to do things and how Nanny and Pappy did things. And I never met those people, but I feel like I have because of those stories.
We would never get to know you all or if you didn't have this get together every year.
You know, you can get on Facebook and you can see what's going on. You can see children and what, I mean, it's not the same.
It's not like being able to talk to them, sit down and know what's going on in their lives.
And the love for the family, to me, is just keeps growing. That's the way it feels.
It's a special family.
This was always home, that warm place where you can feel good and feel loved, and I think this is just it.
To me, this is holy ground. When you come on this property, it is sacred.
It's a different world down here. It's a different movement. It's a different something. We all got that in common, I think.
Just like now, when we come, we're blessed and we feel at home.
It's home, and it's always good to come back home.
It's been a huge honor, but it's been a whirlwind too, you know, and you want to continue to do things the way that things have been done.
It's growing back again like it did before.
It's starting to be a little like I remembered as a child, because they're children. You know, we went through phases. We had children, and it was all grown-ups for a while, and now we're having children again.
Everybody's stepping up, and that's what y'all have to do, to step up and keep it going as long as you can. That would be my wish.
And the changes have all been good. We're dreamers. We're still making plans.
You can go to Washington, you can go to California, but you're never going to find the love that you find in Bottom Fork.
It's lasted 50 years. It should last another one.